Kingdom Hearts, Journey to Kingdom Hearts 3. JD,
Boy,
what
that was
is
a
it?
mouthful.
I know. Cole, Cole, read the tagline. I wrote a funny
I will
tagline.
as soon as I can find. I will as soon as I find. That's amazing, Joel. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
That is so good. It's so good. Why are you in Halloween Town again?
Oh, that's the training for you. Hang on.
Fun fact, for any of you who are watching, what the?
That might be.
Oh, there we go. I was about to say, I'm like, why is it not showing any viewers? There's at least one because I'm viewing it.
We're gonna take a while.
That was weird. Hang on, let me make sure audio is all good. Oh, there we go. Yep, we're good.
Alright.
You're fine. You know, after the white people comment on our last stream, we can only go up from there.
Exactly.
Actually, no, we'll never reach that high again.
I think this is a pretty good tagline.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who's trying to get the skateboarding trophy in this game, here's a little trophy tip for y'all. One of the trophies for Kingdom Hearts 2 is you have to get 5,000 score on skateboarding.
Oh wow.
And the best place to do that is to kind of glitch it out in Halloween Town.
Uh-huh.
And if you do it just right, you can get 5,000 really easily.
Ooh, I'm curious how you do that.
If one of these days I may do a whole trophy guide to Kingdom Hearts 2, but I don't feel like I have that kind of time to devote to that.
Well, anyway, Cole, ready to go to the Pride Lands?
Yeah, we might as well. I feel like Joel and I aren't going to have nearly as much to say about this as probably some people would. Joel and I are probably one of the only people that aren't very much pissed off about the Pride Lands, but we're also the ones that are like, it's there.
It's there. Isn't that what you say about most of these worlds? They're there.
This one's there, and I feel like this was the one world you could have done the most with, but it's just there. I'm also, some people were a little offended by the second visit to this world. I can understand what they're coming from now in hindsight, especially after seeing the Lion King 2. The second visit is a bit, kind of shallow.
A lot of second visits are kind of shallow.
Yeah, I think Lion King, this one, though, is probably one of the most shallow ones. I also like that they just ripped James Arnold Taylor's lines as Mufasa straight from the movie. It's hilarious.
Do you mean James Earl Jones?
Yeah, why did I say James Arnold Taylor? Yes, James Earl Jones, thank you.
About to say.
But I love that they didn't get James Earl Jones to do new lines, but they got Rafiki's voice actor to do new lines. Which is sad, because Rafiki barely gets anything to say in this game.
Yeah.
And Joel didn't believe me that his voice actor got anything to do. No, he does. Also, Scar is not voiced by Jeremy Irons, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta get a pretty good impersonator. I just wish Jeremy Irons was here. I love Jeremy Irons because he typically has a really good way of sounding just so stoic, but he makes it sound kind of charming.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm glad Lowe's letting here so I can say this. He's one of the best parts of Aragon.
Yep. Well, I don't think that's
That movie's
hard.
not good, but he's one of the best parts.
Hard to dispute. Ooh.
Then again, he's one of the best parts of BVS, and no one disputes that.
A lot of people love drawing Riku and Sora as lions, or whatever animal they
I
are.
would actually kind of like to see Riku as a lion. I'm really like to see that at some point. I still say if you're ever going to bring Riku in, bring him in when Kobe is around. I feel like that's a great place to bring him.
This place is kind of creepy, though.
Also, I feel like Sora should be a lot bigger than he is in his lion form.
Maybe.
Maybe they wouldn't skip drawing lion dick.
Nah.
Oh, I don't know, Sora. I get the feeling they might.
That's the only reason I can think for how small he is, other than maybe just a parody small Simba, I guess. Hey, it's the crazy hyenas. I also love they got Whoopi Goldberg for this.
Oh yeah.
We didn't bring
Whoopee.
That's not gonna be a problem.
I keep forgetting Whoopi Goldberg's even in The Lion King, which is a shame because she's one of the best parts. She has so much fun with the role. Also, remind me, Joel, does James Arnold Taylor voice original Timon?
No, that's not even. No, that's Nathan Lane.
Because maybe James Arnold Taylor voices him here.
No, James Arnold Taylor voices Jack Sparrow.
Hang on. Timon. I keep forgetting how to spell Timon and Pumbaa.
Timon.
I got it. Let's see.
Everything's harder on 4 legs.
I found a trick to it. Here,
Yeah,
let me show you.
wow, thanks. Thanks, Google, for helping so much. Actually, you and I are both wrong on who he voices. He's not voiced by either of them in Kingdom Hearts 2. He's voiced by some guy named Bruce Lanoli.
To the good Nathan Lane, then. I wonder if it'll come.
Yeah. Apparently, here's an interesting thing, Joel. Apparently, in some of the show episodes, he's voiced by Quentin Flynn.
Oh wow.
That's rather interesting. That's weird. He's voiced by Axel.
I don't know why they didn't get Quentin Flynn back then. Just.
Yeah, that's very hilarious. I probably butchered the Bruce's last name, but who knows?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think they got Simba's voice actor back. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure.
Stay back.
I don't think they got Nala's back.
I hate these ones.
Which ones?
The ones I'm fighting.
The freaking, yeah. These things are even more annoying on Critical. Let's see. Vanessa Marshall voices her in 2.
Ooh, Vanessa Marshall, Hera, yay.
Who?
We're just glad
Hera from Star Wars Rebels, and she also voices a few other Star Wars characters.
I thought you were talking about Hera from Hercules.
No.
I'm not sure if there are any others.
Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, now, yeah, I do see that.
She also voices a character from Jedi Outcast.
Do you know if a guy named Riku is there?
Jan, that's
Or some
right.
bad guys in black hoods?
Who?
Maybe
Kyle
some
Katarn's
big
partner.
named Pete.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot about Jam.
She also does
Yeah,
a
she's
few
not
other.
Might as well
Yes.
take a look
Yeah,
anyway.
she's not voiced by her original voice actor in this game.
The Pride Lands are dangerous. Scar and the hyenas have made things unbearable for
Oh
everyone.
god, I forgot she's gonna be voiced by
There's
Beyonce
no
in the
They
live
do
action
not
one.
pray. We were bound to Scar.
Could be interesting, I'll say
A
that.
little danger.
It could be. If nothing else, it'll be campy as hell, but I'll love to see it.
I guess you're right. You could be just what the kingdom needs. Maybe you can help us.
you mean take on this Scar guy and all those hyenas?
Sora really couldn't wait to be king, could he?
Yeah.
Took over when our last king, Mufasa, died.
Exposition.
That's my big problem with this world. There's a lot of exposition,
Wait just a minute.
which is unfortunate because the Lion King does not have a lot of exposition, or when it does, it's to service
They
the
see that I'm
plot.
stronger than their king. Maybe they'll ask me to be their next king.
Here, it's just kind of filling in details.
I'd have to refuse, of course. Still, I'd like to see the Pride Lands, so you guys don't mind lending them a paw, do you?
I still say one of my favorite Lion King moments is in the original Lion King movie, when Simba says, "You knew my father," and Rafiki says, "Correction, I know your father," and Simba's like, "I'm sorry to tell you this, but he died a long time ago." And Rafiki's like, "Nope, wrong again."
Correction, I know your father.
Rafiki's so good.
Wish Rafiki got to interact more with Sora. He
I
could
do too. I
have.
feel like he'd be bigger in terms of Keyblade War. I'm surprised that Moore didn't even go that route.
He could be like Phil, where he kind of just knows the ways.
He's kind of played as a shaman, so I don't know why you don't play more into the magical aspect of that.
He knows about the Kingdom Hearts.
Which is very strange. maybe Nomura didn't think he could handle writing Rafiki, but I doubt that's Nomura's brand of thinking.
Doesn't sound like him.
It's very strange that Rafiki doesn't get much to do. That's a shame because Rafiki's one of my favorite parts from that movie. That and of course James Earl Jones as Mufasa. Let's be real, who doesn't love Mufasa?
Exactly. Who doesn't love James Earl Jones?
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, Mufasa's a king, but he's also a good father.
Yeah. Like the opposite of King Triton.
Yeah, when he talks to Simba about putting Nala in danger, he just looks at him and says, "Simba, I'm very disappointed in you."
Yeah.
And after Simba retorts, I was just trying to be brave like you, and Mufasa retorts with, I'm only brave when I have to be. Which I feel like is a quality lesson for a lot of today's generation's kids.
Yep.
The line, I'm only brave when I have to be. I will say the weakest part about Lion King, the original for me, is I think the finale is not as good as the rest of the movie.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's bad. I like the finale. It's just in terms of the rest of the movie, in terms of how grandiose it is. It's a little sad that the ending is not nowhere near as good as that. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch Lion King again, and maybe I'll have a different opinion on that.
Maybe.
I think what I've been thinking about doing, Joe, I've been thinking about rewatching, finally watching completely Treasure Planet.
Ooh.
Been thinking about completely watching it. Which is fun fact for anyone in the audience, Joseph Gordon. That's one of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's really earliest movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he voices the main character.
George disappointed.
I'm sorry you came all this way.
Hey, no, it's okay.
You better go before
It's a shame that Sora doesn't realize it's not that he's not cut out to be king, but more so it's more bloodline based.
Darn bloodlines. Darn.
Let's face it, that's kind of what Lion King's all about.
All about them bloodlines. No, that's maybe the more will make up to it at Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora becomes king of the world.
What was I gonna say? Shit. I mean, that's the whole thing with Scar and Mufasa. I was gonna say, there's a character I think in here that I wish got more to, but I can't remember who that was.
Rafiki?
You know what I just realized isn't even in... You know what I realized isn't in this game, Joel?
Who?
The parrot, the bird.
What parrot? Oh, Zazu.
The, Zazu, yes.
It's funny because he's kind of prominent in my Kingdom Hearts fanfic.
Which is funny because I think he's one of the funniest characters.
Pete here makes no sense.
Yeah. It really doesn't make much sense because he really doesn't do anything. He just is there to fall over and look fat.
Yeah.
Watch.
What are you doing here?
I'm surprised Scar didn't eat him.
If I were you, I'd be more
He could have helped with the famine problem they were having.
We're surrounded.
Maybe he's just there to spread Heartless? I don't know.
Got some hunting to do.
I guess, but even then I think Scar would be like, you look mighty tasty. We need food. You look like you got plenty of it.
We're not prey.
Oh, nice and fresh too.
They're giving Scar they're telling me what I've been telling Scar. Just eat Pete. He'll be eating for weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, run!
Isn't Simba supposed to be gay in the new movie?
I don't think so.
Or was that just a rumor?
I thought there was a rumor, and that could be Timon and Pumbaa for all we know.
True. Yeah, because they confirmed Nala's in it. You know what this world has a severe lack of, Joel?
What? Trees?
That too, but Elton John.
Yeah, well, you can say that about all the world's music.
Except Atlantica, oddly enough.
I'm hoping Kingdom Hearts 3 fixes that.
I hope so too. I hope we see hear some of the original music. I'm afraid we probably are going to hear Let It Go, but you know what? After my introduction to that Frozen world, I'm actually pretty excited for it.
I like the way they use the Let It Go music, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I also liked how they, I also like Shimomura's the battle theme for the Frozen world. I'm ready for that to be released. I think it sounds great. I'm interested to hear what the Tangled music sounds like.
Oh, that's not the way I want to go.
Also, Joel, I find it funny that for Kingdom Hearts 3 we have Utada singing "Don't Think Twice," and it's the game that has Tangled in it.
Why? What? Why is that funny?
Don't think twice, especially when you hear that song in the trailer when she says "Don't want to think twice." You see that where Rapunzel looks at the picture of her parents.
Ah, that's cool.
And I'm like, that's kind of thematically cool.
See, Kingdom Hearts 3's thinking. I think it's doing more thinking than we give it credit for.
Yeah. Also, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposed to be a demo for it. It's supposed to be playable at a new event coming up.
Nice.
I forget which one. Also, for anyone wondering when we were likely to see a new trailer, I told Joel this, but I don't think we've told anyone on stream. There's supposed to be a D23 is coming up real soon at the end of the month. I do like the music playing here, Joel.
Yeah.
I do like that they incorporate the cutscene music here because I think it genuinely works. Which is funny because the song playing here is called "Missing You." That's what the song is called. But what was that? So, oh, Joel, let me ask you this: what world do you think will be announced next?
Big Hero 6.
I mean New world.
New world. I don't think we'll get Moana because I think that Kingdom Hearts 3 is way back in development before the Moana even came out.
Well, to be fair, Joel, I don't think a lot of them. Well, bear in mind, Joel, Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced 2014, 15, 13, something like that. And remember, people, if you go back and watch those early trailers of Kingdom Hearts 3, back in the day, that was on a different engine.
I mean, it's possible we could get Moana.
Early in development, they switched engines. Now, for people who don't know, I believe I talked about this on when Joel, Doc, and I talked about this world getting shut down. We were talking about the state of that Star Wars game. Here's a little game development tip for people who may not know. Whenever a game developer says they are switching the game's engine during development, that always means that the development of the game up until that point is basically scrapped.
Wow.
Because the game engine is what you build your game from.
Mm-hmm.
It's what allows the game to be made. So when you switch the most engines aren't compatible with each other. So thus, the game you built your engine on and switching to another one renders what you've worked on thus far pretty much useless. So basically, the only thing you can really keep are everything you've written down, like script, art, and some voice acting. But other than that, pretty much everything other than that has to be redone from scratch. Or at least built from the ground up again.
Gotcha. Well, I can see... Okay, maybe Moana would show up.
Yeah. And I don't remember when exactly they switched from Luminous to Unreal 4, Unreal 3. I forget which one it was. But I forget what year that was. It may have been in 2015 when that was done. So, we may get Moana. I am still going to go with... I would think that probably the next world we get announced is probably Jungle Book.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have one classic Disney movie world
And
that's...
especially because for those of you who don't know, originally Jungle Book was going to be in Birth by Sleep. Originally it was going to be included, but it got cut in the development cycle. So, and we know it was going to be because people have hacked the game and part of the data files of the world are still there. And there was enough there. And there was enough there that they could go in and play on the map a little.
Ooh, I wonder what the story would have been like.
I don't know, but it was going to be during Birth by Sleep.
We were told that Simba died alongside him.
So, it got cut. So that's the most. So out of any original Disney World, that one is the most likely to be announced next, probably.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that world works.
Me too.
It's a bit like the Tarzan world that there's people and animals.
It must be Simba. Sora, hurry!
Wait up!
Hey, Rafiki sexual first spoken word.
Which is from the movie. That was taken from the movie.
Yeah, but he has other lines of dialogue that aren't from the movie.
Cutting corners, I see.
Oh yeah, they're cutting corners.
I'm curious if Kingdom Hearts 2 had a budget problem.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Like you and I talked about in one of the last live streams, Joel. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out during a really odd time for Disney. It was still when they were kind of in the.
Well, I don't see how Disney would be affected in terms of more Square's problem.
Well, not even that, Joel. I would imagine Disney is part of the reason they get a budget.
You think so?
Disney is the producers, Joel.
That's true, but Square does most of the work.
Square does most of the work, Joel. But video game development needs money.
I'm surprised Kingdom Hearts 1 then is as good as it is, because even back in 2001, Disney was still going through some...
Yeah. Well, also bear in mind, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out around a time when Disney was trying to come up with a new identity for itself. Whereas 1, it was kind of the nostalgia for all that. Weren't they re-releasing a lot of films around when King H1 was coming out, Joel?
I don't remember what Disney back in 2001.
If I remember correctly, I want to say, a couple ones were re-released. I want to say that's when Disney started doing that.
I think Pirates was being made around that time.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah, because that started to be the new take on Disney going from there. That started to kind of issue in a new era.
Not really.
And then, of course,
that was like one of the few breaths of fresh air, but it was still.
That's what I mean. Bear in mind, Joel. When I say new era, I don't mean that in terms of it being good, because you know how both you and I talk about the Pirates films. You and I will say hands down that the first one is always the best one.
Well, I'll give you a video by Lindsay Ellis about the Pirates movie that you might like.
I think, actually, I've watched it. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
I've seen her talk about it. I think you and I even talked about it when we rewatched it.
Maybe.
Talked about that specific video, actually. I want to say we did.
I don't think we did, because I don't remember it existing yet. Hang on, I'm a little determined now. Dang it. Alright.
No, I'm pretty sure we had talked about it, or at least you showed it to me after we watched it. I know I watched that video.
I know you well.
You gotta run down the hill.
I know you saw the Twilight video. Never mind, forget it. I'll get it later.
Also, Joel, when you're running, attack 2, that lets you go a little farther. Jump, then attack.
Gotcha. I know you saw that. I know you saw the Twilight video I sent you.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I wonder what Kingdom Hearts 2's budget even was.
Clearly, Kingdom Hearts 3 had the better budget, or just technology's better.
Well, to be fair, Joel, bear in mind, I think 2 came out before the PS3 was even a thing, Joel.
Wow.
Simba!
Yeah, I don't think that came... Let me see when the PS3 came out. When was that? 20? No, it was either 2008 or 7. Let me look. Oh no. Hang on, I was wrong.
Goofy.
Okay, so funny thing, Joel. Joel.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
So the funny thing is, Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2005,
Oh wow. Okay.
and the PlayStation 3 came out the following year.
All right.
Okay, we'll back
So the
you up.
PlayStation 3 came out almost a year after 2 came out.
So Kingdom Hearts 2 was like the last big hurrah for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna tell you though, I love the graphics of Kingdom Hearts 3. Like,
I
this is
do
what
too.
Kingdom Hearts should always be like.
I was a little worried at first that it was going to look a little too clean cut, especially from the initial trailers. I'm like, this looks a little too high res. I'm not a big fan of the color. And I think my biggest issue with that is I needed to see Sora and then interact with other Disney worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and after seeing that, that really helped.
Well, they're lucky that they're using the actual CGI in Disney worlds instead of
Yeah, exactly.
the 2D ones. So it's like they look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Dang it! Look at
What
these.
was the? Come to think of it, what was the budget of Kingdom Hearts 2? I'm trying to look.
Simba, wait! It's Nala. Don't you recognize her?
Okay, so some guy guesses 40 million for Kingdom Hearts 1 and pretty much a little higher for Kingdom Hearts 2.
Gotcha.
It's me, Simba.
Simba.
You are alive!
Also, bear in mind, Joel, apparently, also, I didn't realize this, but apparently Square is very secretive when it comes to their budget.
Hey, what's going
Wow.
on here?
Curious
And
how
apparently
much
some people just-
investment Disney puts into these Kingdom Hearts games. Like, I've always been curious, like, what they do, how much they care about these.
Nobody's planning to eat anybody else for lunch.
Well, I think after once 3 came out, Joel, I would imagine at least a decent amount. For 3 to look as good as it looks, I doubt that is just Square's doing.
Big, right?
No, I'm talking about just in terms of, like, their branding and overall marketing strategy.
Well, they've been marketing 3 pretty well pretty recently. And, well, actually, to be fair, Joel, and I remember this will give you a good idea. I didn't even realize Chain of Memories was even coming until I saw a trailer for it on TV.
Simba,
Well, doesn't that show that Disney never really cares about the Kingdom Hearts franchise, or
Sora might be able to help.
does it care?
You're the only one who can see
No,
what's
it does.
inside.
Joel, let me put it to you this way: if you see trailers for a game on TV, that's a good sign. Whereas if you don't see it even on TV, that's not a good sign.
Hakuna Matata.
I don't see Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers on TV, but
Something I learned out here.
Well, not yet, Joel.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
to be fair, the internet is sort of all the new thing, so.
Well, exactly. The thing is, and remember, Joel, that Chain of Memories was around at a time where the internet was still growing, so a lot of game advertisement was not really heavily influenced on the internet as of yet. A lot of the forums and all that stuff were still very new, or didn't even exist yet.
The good days.
Yeah. So if Disney was even promoting Chain of Memories on TV, that shows they had some investment in it.
I remember Kingdom Hearts 1 being on TV, and I don't remember 2 though, but that,
Was 2 on TV? I'm trying to remember.
do you remember any of the side games being on TV, or?
My father's dead. And it's because of
Chain of Memories is the only one.
my fault.
And 1, I remember 1.
I can't go
Well, to be
back.
fair, I stopped after 2.
Sure.
I started getting out of TV, so I can't really say.
We're trying to find a place to put the food.
But I've seen. I think I've told you this. Though. I've seen some trailers in terms of advertisements on YouTube from time to time. I will tell you once we get. Oh, there's Mufasa.
Oh yeah.
I
And
will
so
say,
will I.
Joel, that
Father, are you there?
when we get closer to the release date, I assume we'll see quite a bit of advertising.
I hope so.
Which is weird because apparently there are a lot more people excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 than I initially believed there was.
I mean, dude, maybe the Kingdom Hearts community just finally had a chance to come out.
Well, to be fair, Joel, Kingdom Hearts for a while was always considered kind of a niche thing. It never really had a firm hold for quite a while. Even with 2, it was still kind of an interesting game that not a lot of people played.
I mean, I guess Kingdom Hearts 3 had a good chance. Had a good chance because now we have all the modern day movies. We got Pixar. We have.
I could use your help.
It's more of it's a nostalgia trip maybe, but it's not as nostalgia trip.
Well, it's a nostalgia trip, but it can also be a jumping on point for a lot of people because Pixar's finally coming into the mix.
Exactly. It's gonna.
So there's another group that can join in on the fun.
Not just because let's face it, Cole, sometimes the die-hard Disney, because there's a split between people who like Pixar and people who like just classic Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even modern Disney.
Both.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So
I'm curious how Kingdom Hearts handles newcomers.
I am too. I mean, Angry Joe had a whole thing of being kind of disappointed that it's going to be hard to jump on to Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, to be fair, Joel, you and I have always said there was never going to be an easy way to jump on 3 in terms of story wise.
Yeah, Angry Joe got you know SHIT for that by some circles.
Well, to be fair, and I think this is the one thing I wish he would have considered before probably making that video. And I haven't seen the video he made to discuss this, but I have no idea.
I haven't seen it. I thought it was a tweet, not a video.
I think he did both, if I'm correct. But the thing, and I think you and I can both agree on this, Joel. The best way, at least for the first 3 games, that you could always know what was going on, especially for 2. 2 especially helps this immensely. The opening.
Oh yeah.
The opening tells you it basically tells you everything you need to know.
I know they're gonna make like a recap video soon. I think I should.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I gotta test my food just a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, Dr. Holocron.
Doc says, is there any way I can join you guys live? Do you have a PS4, Doc? Joel?
But what Cole said, you have a PS4, Doc. I don't think we can get you through Skype.
If you don't have a PS4, Doc, then there's no way we can get you in.
Now, if you ever want to join one of our commentaries for one of the cutscene only games, we can, because
if you want to jump in on one of those commentaries, then sure, but for right now, unless you have a PS4, there's no way we can get you in. Yeah. Sorry, Doc, which is a shame, too, because I've been wanting to do some conversations with you for a little while, but,
You can stay here, Doc, if you want for now, if you want to just chit-chat with us on this.
Yeah, you can stay with us in chat. That's what Joel and I have mainly been doing. Because, bear in mind, for people who don't know, I don't know if Joel and I have ever told anyone this on any previous streams, Joel and I are not doing this through Skype. We've been doing this through the PS4 party function.
Yeah,
because it's the most convenient way without having to finagle it, trying to get everything set up a certain way.
Sorry, excuse me. Am I going the right way? I think we're in the right way.
Yeah, you're going the right way. You gotta go back to the Pride Lands.
Right,
yeah,
right.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about Angry. Oh shoot! I activated my limit. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. You were talking about Angry Joe.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason I said a good way for catching up in terms of what's come before, the openings.
Oh, definitely. I love the openings.
The openings are what give you context for the rest of the game. Especially for Kingdom Hearts 2. The 2 opening gives you pretty much what you need to know.
2 just does a recap of the first game.
Well, exactly. That's what it is.
You think 3 will do that? I'm curious.
I think it's gonna. If we're getting a Utada if we're getting a Utada song, Joel, I can guarantee you we're probably gonna get it.
But you were saying about Angry Joe in general. I think you wanted to make a.
No. I just wish he had. I wish he had considered that before making that point. Now, to be fair, it was never going to be perfect, and I don't know if that could really be helped. And that's more of a time issue and Nomura not really planning things out properly.
When has he ever planned things out? What does Kingdom
Exactly.
Hearts 2 to 1 feel like it doesn't sometimes doesn't feel like it was planned out?
Well, exactly. That's the part of the problem. This is Nomura we're talking about, and I'll be the first to admit Nomura's the kind of guy that kind of makes this shit up on the fly. I mean, Lord, he did it for Kingdom Hearts. He did it for Final Fantasy 15. He's done it for quite a few games, and 15 is probably the worst offender
This is my home.
Oh. That means a pasta.
in a lot of ways. Doc's asking, so what do we think of the rumors about Jon Favreau's Star Wars show? I've heard bits and pieces of that, Joel.
I'm down for it.
What is it supposed to be again?
This kingdom
It's
doesn't
Oh, isn't it supposed to be a Mandalorian show or something like that?
supposed to be post Return of the Jedi, and it's about the Mandalore after dealing with the fall of the Empire.
I'm actually really curious. I've been saying for a while that I wanted to see an actual solo Mandalorian show.
I thought you might like it, because you're an Old Republic person.
Well, yeah, but let's be real, Joel. The Mandalorians from the Old Republic and the ones from the New Era are very different, but I like both.
Who's responsible for Mufasa's death?
So I'm interested to see what if.
admits it.
Oh, nothing. You keep going. Sorry.
If it weren't for you,
I'm interested to see what they end up doing with it, especially if it's live action. I want to see what they do with
it
it.
was an accident. You're in trouble again. But this
If they're gonna do the OG Mandalorians where they were originally just their own race, that would be interesting. They do the Sith thing and then just make them they were once their own race.
Well, they kind of
They just
are.
became-
They kind of are in the new canon in some regard.
Yeah, but I mean not human characters in the Old Republic canon. They were actual aliens. Well, old Mandalorians. Most of the time they were humans.
Well, the old canon, pretty much anyone could be Mandalorian.
Well, yeah, of course. But OG, like Mandalore, the Ultimate. I forget what the hell the Mandalorian race was originally called. The Sun. I forget what the hell they were called. If Red was here, he'd tell me. I can't
Boy, this
remember.
is very disappointing, this entire scene.
Yeah, no kidding.
All the gravitas just sucked from it.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate, too. Actually, Scar doesn't even emote.
Simba, you get
That's another weird thing. Simba emotes.
That's incredibly strange that Scar doesn't emote. He's one of the best characters to emote. And he's one of the best characters that's drawn in The Lion King. Doc says Simba looked like he was smiling in that flashback. Yeah, young Simba is not rendered very well.
Alright, okay. We gotta save.
Also, what's the whole thing about Resistance these days, Joel?
No trailer, so I have no idea. Hopefully, but
Like-
according to it will premiere in October, somewhere in Germany.
I'm interested to see what it ends up doing because I've heard either someone tweeted something about it not being important or something like that. I find that kind of hard to believe.
It just doesn't feel important because we haven't gotten any good marketing for it. It could be, for all we know. Oh,
Well, to
I
be
hate
fair-
this part.
To be fair, Joel, and I'll say this whenever it comes to marketing, marketing can be very hit or miss with a lot of things that actually are important. I'll give you two good examples of Blade Runner 2049. When I first saw the trailer to that, I'm like, this looks like I don't know what it's about. It could be terrible for all I know. And I'll even tell you this, Joel, the marketing for Force Awakens was a little weird.
In a little bit.
In the sense that we don't really know what the overarching plot was going to be. Many people, a lot of YouTubers, I remember back in the day, were guessing their asses off trying to figure out what the hell all these characters were. I even saw someone guess that Kylo was a Sith artifact collector, and we all both know that turned out not to be true.
Well, that's the Abrams mystery box for you. And nostalgia.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I do love what they did with Kylo. I love that he ends up being Han Solo's and Leia's son.
I
do
remember
quite
some of the
love
more
that.
idiotic guesses for Kylo. He was secretly
Oh, yeah.
Luke. I remember people thinking Hux was Luke's son. Like,
Yeah, it was a strange time on the internet. A lot of people were making really bizarre guesses. Now, to be fair, the trailers for it didn't give you much to go on.
that's true. I hope this next round of trailers is pretty gives you more
Yeah.
stuff. Oh,
Thankfully, for Kingdom Hearts 3, we've been getting some actually good trailers.
Yet strangely not very story driven overall.
No, the only story-driven trailer we've actually gotten recently was the most recent trailer, the one from E3.
Lordy, if Kyrie goes Norded, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do.
Well, to be fair, I'm still not over Aqua getting Norded, but you know.
This is his fight, Donald.
I gotta admit, man, that hurt. When I saw her get Norded, I'm like, oh, that hurts.
I believe it.
I believe it too, but it hurts.
It's the equivalent of Obi-Wan becoming a Sith.
Yeah. But with Aqua, it makes more sense because she's literally been trapped in the darkness for like 10 years. She's been wandering it for 10 years. That's bound to do shit to you.
Oh, that was just a sneak preview. 'Cause this
Scar falling down that cliff looks too funny. I keep expecting the whole gopher thing to be like, yeah.
No, it's gonna be the goofy thing where he goes, Yahoo! I read a funny fanfic where Sora, Riku, and Kairi worked at the House of Mouse, and all they did was just pull pranks on people.
That sounds hilarious. I'd actually like to see them do something at the House of Mouse. Like maybe make Riku a bartender, make Kairi the singer, make Sora
A waiter.
like,
They're all
I
just
don't know,
waiters.
Make him the guitar player.
I would have Sora play a ukulele.
Yes, well, yeah, because he did that with Stitch.
And he's an islander too.
Yeah.
Again, Lilo and
like,
no, maybe that'll be a world. Lilo and Stitch.
I hope like hell it is.
Something
I
with
keep
an
saying,
something with an
I keep
island,
saying,
please.
Joel, if they were ever gonna get something that had a lot of mileage behind it, get Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch and Moana. These are places with islands.
Yeah, exactly. Moana and Lilo and Stitch are the best places to do. Especially Lilo and Stitch, because then you have all the experiments, you have the TV series you pull from. Well, technically they already are, because we got Sparky.
Oh shoot. Uh-oh.
I always found it weird that we got Sparky. I'm like, well, technically he had his own movie. Wasn't the whole Sparky thing a direct-to-DVD movie? I don't think it was in theaters.
No, it was direct to DVD.
That's what I thought.
No, it's cars being annoying.
Yeah, I think that might be the only direct-to-DVD sequel we've ever gotten for Kingdom Hearts. Unless you consider Aladdin, kind of.
Why is Scar not? There we go.
Wait, is Aladdin and Stitch the only two from direct-to-DVD movies they pulled from, Joel?
Well, technically, Aladdin's a movie for the direct DVD, so.
Well, I mean, Return to Jafar.
Kind of, I suppose. Yeah, I guess that could count.
Lilo and Stitch, Return of Jafar. What else?
Scar is such a annoying boss.
Yeah, he's very annoying.
There we go.
Doc says the interrogation of the movie store feels a bit forced here. That's two in a nutshell, Doc. The Disney World's reinterpretations of the stories aren't as good.
Thankfully, we're going to be doing some original stuff soon, so hold on to your butts.
And thankfully, we got the best, and you know what's coming up, Joe? We got the best Disney World in the game coming up pretty soon.
Which one?
Oh, you know which one?
Oh, right.
The one in Hollow Bastion.
Oh, right. Sorry, I always kind of forget that one sometimes because it's not technically a world, but it is a world.
Well, it's which is funny because it's still Disney.
Exactly.
It's Disney. Vigo says, "Damn it, I missed the best boss." Yeah, you should have watched Joel. He was cussing Scar out. It was great, weren't you, Joel?
Oh yeah.
Go to Circle of Life, damn it. I mean, there's always the potential they use Simba's pride at some point.
He lives in you, Himahayo, Himahayo. He lives
in me. He watches over everything we see, down to the water.
They're actually gonna have that in the live action song in the live action movie.
Yeah, and I'm actually glad that they are. That's one of the few reasons I'm gonna see that movie.
I quite like Jon Favreau's Jungle Book, so.
Oh, is he directing Lion King?
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I like Favreau. I'm not completely sold on a live-action Lion King. I need to see a trailer before I'm completely sold on it.
Oh, he's probably busy. Just tell him we'll be back soon.
I'll tell you, actually, speaking of which, Joel, a movie I'm not sold on yet. Mulan.
Yeah.
I am really not sold on that. Especially now that they confirmed Shang's not going to be in it.
So weird.
And I'm like, well, what the hell are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna try to be more historically accurate?
Will the Emperor be Qin Shi Huang?
Shin Shi Quan Di, that would be hilarious.
Will he be an insane megalomaniac bent on immortality?
Lord, I would laugh and laugh. It would be so great. What are the live action Disney movies? Oh, you know what's coming up pretty soon, Joel?
What?
And I say this because you and I got to do a commentary on the first movie because we have yet to do it yet. We need to watch Mary Poppins Returns is coming soon.
That's right.
We gotta do a commentary on that movie before it comes out. Giger says that sounds hilarious. Yeah. So I'm wondering. Yeah, I wonder what we get. In terms of Mary Poppins Returns, I'm glad Emily Blunt's doing it. I'm glad if we can do Julie Andrews, I'm glad Emily Blunt's been cast as her. Because I do like Emily Blunt. Also, Meryl Streep's going to be in it.
There's Vivi.
Huh? Oh yeah, Vivi's here. Because.
Sounds like we've got trouble.
Glad to be back in Twilight Town, though.
Yeah.
Even though this next part's hard on Critical.
Yeah, it's annoying on Critical.
Wait, that's not the same lot. There we go.
They've announced a whole bunch of live action. Another live action movie I'm not excited for is Dumbo.
Cole. The white people.
Oh god. Are you looking forward to Dumbo, Joel?
Nope.
We'll take it from here.
Yeah, neither am I.
I don't even like that original movie that much, though.
When I heard that Tim Burton was going to be on Dumbo, I'm like, nope, not even interested.
I mean, it kind of makes. I mean, I can see him why you would pick him, but.
Yeah, but for a certain aesthetic, yes. Problem with Burton is he has a tendency to kind of overdo it.
True.
That happened with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah.
Deger says a live-action Dumbo. Oh, you don't know about that, Deger? Yeah, that's a thing. This exists. It's coming out. There's a trailer for it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I hate
it
that.
Exists.
Dang it. I hate these things. Oh no.
And I feel that trailer offends me in a lot of ways because one of my favorite songs is in Dumbo, and they decided to try to make a recreation of it for the trailer. I'm like, no. Now you tried to do what you did with No Strings on Me in Age of Ultron, and it just doesn't work for it. Well, to be fair, I love Alison Krauss, so you know. Pink elephants on parade. Yeah. Joe, let me ask you: have you seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Burton one?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times on TV.
What do you think of it?
Ugh.
Yeah,
But-
I agree.
But yeah, I watch it anyway.
I've watched it once and I remember not much of it. I need to. You and I should do a commentary of that at some. It's such a weird movie.
Oh yeah. I can't
Oh,
help but always watch it every time it's on TV though.
Well, the thing, to like, if Connor was here, he'll know what I'm talking about. It's like what Rasco said. It's like when you hear there's a train wreck in town, and you're like, I really want to go see the train wreck. I will enjoy watching this train that's wrecked. Doesn't matter if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll still enjoy watching it.
Exactly.
Viger says, I've seen Tim Burton's version of Alice in Wonderland. I have never seen that, and I don't plan on it.
The only other version of Alice in Wonderland I like is the Once Upon a Time version, because it has Jafar.
I expect he's here somewhere.
Like I care.
You see,
But man,
no longer acting in our best
oh
interest.
yeah, here's Sayak.
You see, with the organization too?
Yes.
Not a very organized organization.
Yeah.
Don't
Flip
let
swords.
your guard down. Axel will stop at nothing to turn you into a Heartless.
Gee, thanks for looking out
Not a
for
very
us,
organized
mister.
organization.
But
I love
I'm sure
that.
we can take care of ourselves just fine.
Glad to hear it.
You know what's sad, Joel?
What?
Axel aside,
That for that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie, they try to be more close to the book, like everyone says, like some people have said, but I'm like, yeah, but
true, we don't
that
have
didn't make it better. In fact, it made it worse.
I know.
We remember
The
what
thing
it was
that
like.
made the original Willy Wonka and the
That's what
Chocolate
makes us
Factory
special.
work is how nuanced and how
We know
layered
very well.
Gene Wilder was.
Oh, I love Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka. He
I
is
do
Willy
too.
Wonka.
You just keep
I
on
love
fighting
Gene Wilder.
those
You and I need to do a
Heartless.
commentary of that movie at some point. It's been years since I've watched it, Joel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Many years. And what's funny, I bought it not too long ago because I wanted to watch it again at some point.
Don't be
I like Sora here. He's like saying, let's jump after him. Maybe we can go to the other organization's world.
Yeah. Eager says the card soldiers look cool, but the rest is not.
Uh-oh.
Rest is not exactly.
Sayak
Alice
said
in
the K
Wonderland.
word.
Hey, wait.
Oh, the key.
No, Kyrie.
What did he mean?
Uh,
And
Oh, wait.
like Riku?
Riku. I said Riku. I thought we were talking about Kyrie for some reason.
Hey,
wouldn't
how about
surprise
you
me.
get out of my
But
town now? You've caused enough trouble.
well, to be fair, Gene Wilder was brilliant in more ways than one. Joel.
Gene Wilder is brilliant.
Well, was he's passed on now.
Oh, that's right. We should get that.
Yeah, he passed away last year, didn't he? Or 2 or 3 years ago. He passed away very recently.
So other words, face.
Thanks, but
Yeah.
we don't really need it.
Big screw you, Cypher. What's funny about Cypher here is he's just a douche. That's all he is. Whereas in Final Fantasy VIII, he's a dick.
Sora.
Yeah.
Pence, right? Do
In
you
this
know a
game, he's
girl
just a
named
punk.
Kyrie? Kyrie? I sure do. Then you better come to the station.
To the station. Let's go.
One of my favorite comedies is Young Frankenstein.
I think I went the wrong way.
You'll get there eventually. It's hard to get lost in Twilight Town.
Figure if that's what's the difference between.
What's the difference? A douche and a dick. My opinion, a douche is more someone who's just kind of like a childish about being. They're kind of like this is a horrible thing to say. They're like Chris O'Donnell's Robin and Batman and Robin. That's what I can picture a douche to be. Whereas a dick is someone like Vanitas in Birth by Sleep, or actually, I bet I would say the same from my interaction. Kind of like Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time.
Was really here?
Yeah.
You haven't watched Once Upon a Time.
She said she was looking for you.
Well, from your characterization, that's what I picture.
Oh yeah, he totally is.
So, someone who does things for their own game.
Yeah, it's Rumple for you.
Cypher's just doing this because he just wants to just screw people over. That's all he's doing it for.
But sometimes Rumple can be a lovable one.
Well, yeah. But the funny thing is that's what Cypher is in 8. He can be a good character, but he's an asshole at first, but he's a person that you start to understand more later.
Right into the darkness like that.
Doesn't make him good, but you understand him. Now, for anyone who remembers who has ever played The World Ends With You, Cypher in 8 is very much what Joshua is in The World Ends With You. Even in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
This is creepy.
Yeah. I also love how Olet's like, nope, not gonna stop you. Way to be a pal, Olet. Way to be a pal.
Kyrie.
You think it might have been Axel?
You know, I just realized, speaking of The World Ends With You, Joel, you know what's funny?
It's not your
Sora's pretty optimistic still. Not really.
Well, no, not really, but...
say
I
that.
think he should
You know
be
what's funny,
angrier,
Joel?
but I would make him angry.
Gotta help Kyrie.
You know what's funny, Joel?
What?
I realized something about Neku. You remember him from Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
I realized he's kind of, Negriff, at least Olet knows she's out of her league. Yeah, I guess. The whole thing with I finally made a comparison with Neku, and you'll probably find it very weird who I compare him to, Joel.
Who?
Wolverine from the X-Men comics.
Okay. Heather Donnelly doesn't
Now,
have a
I'm not
marble to hold.
Well, I'm saying, and I say that in the sense of, I speak from the Barry Wynn Sizer version of the Weapon X story, and the whole thing about Wolverine there is, when they pick him for the project, they pick him because no one would miss him if they took him. And the interesting part of that story is that while he doesn't deserve what happens to him, he's not a good person.
Right.
He didn't deserve what happened, but he's not a good person either way. Same thing with Neku in The World Ends With You. He doesn't deserve the crap that happens to him, but at the beginning, he's not a good person.
But at least Logan at the end becomes a good person.
Well, yeah, and that's the whole thing with Neku later, is that's the whole point. You start out not sympathizing with him, you're not supposed to.
Logan,
But as the game goes on, you understand how he became the way he was, and how he inevitably changes for the better.
I just thought of something cool.
What just happened?
What?
A new road is open.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Kyrie
Old Man
and Riku are
Riku.
waiting somewhere along
I hurt myself today.
Coming back?
Today.
I actually kind of want to see that. I don't know why.
And a aging Mickey who's kind of going through the Alzheimer's.
I bet you there's a fanfiction of that out there, and I bet it's glorious.
Oh, I'm sure. Did I get a new form?
Yes, you get limit.
Okay, I'll try that later.
You also get the Oathkeeper, and you get limit form. Limit form is how you get dodge roll.
Young Sora to keep defeating the Heartless.
This is a good organization cutscene.
Yeah.
Not only have you the power to inflict pain,
You know what I like, Joel?
you also have the power to
I
plant
like when a
seeds of
game,
doubt.
when a character is a bad person in the game, but the game doesn't try to make them seem like a good person. In fact, I like when when people or characters in the game call them out on it.
That's always fun.
Cause him to
When they're like,
hesitate.
no, you're a shitty person.
That's just good storytelling.
Yeah.
That anger will fuel him to get rid of his
That's part of the reason I got out of the CW DC shows.
Yeah.
will pave the way
Because
for the
a lot of
future
people in those shows were
desire.
terrible people, and the show never called them out on it.
Xemnas, we want Sora to give in to his anger, his hatred.
Axel,
You know what's funny? Xemnas is more Palpatine than I think we realize.
how long will he keep
Well, he is part Master Xehanort, so...
friendship?
Well, the other thing too is the whole thing. Right, the second time he's defeated,
Trying so hard to
his last few
what he has
words
lost.
before he fades, before you fight him the last time,
Existed
Yeah.
in the first place.
he says, "I need more anger. I need more rage. I need more hearts."
Yeah.
And then, of course, the end, right before you face off with him with Riku, he says, "Anger and hate are supreme."
The King, Riku, and now I've lost Kyrie again too.
Donald's right, you know.
So it's all
Be
my
interesting if
fault.
Namor based the Xehanort versions on different takes of Palpatine. That would be really funny.
And we're sure to find him.
Maybe based on a
Well,
prequel
Revenge of the
Palpatine. Maybe
Sith
based
was...
on
Funny enough,
original-
Revenge of the Sith didn't come out until 2005.
This is true.
You're right, Chipper. Sora, we better hurry and check it out.
So by the time Nomura was making Birth by Sleep, all 3 prequels were out and ready to go.
That's an interesting. Yeah, this is true. Maybe that's the whole reason the whole Xehanort thing happened is because Nomura was a fan of Star Wars.
Well, you know he was a fan of Star Wars even before then.
Oh yeah. Well, with 2 it became apparent because let's face it, Zeniths with lightsabers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So maybe that's why the whole Ansem thing got changed around.
Possible. Okay,
that's actually a good theory, actually. I wonder if that's maybe that's what Nomura's way of thinking. He's like, you know what, Lucas got some, you know what, I need some mileage out of this. I'm gonna go to George Lucas.
George be like, hello, Mr. Nomura. First, remember, Goofy is the key.
Or they do it like that one video where they apologize for making Indiana Jones 4. Lucas comes up, he's like, hey, I'm not.
Nomura asks, hey, can I base most of my story off of Birth by Sleep, off of your prequel? And George is like, who cares?
He's like, sure, how about it?
Da 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 da, approved by George. I love you, George.
In fact, I bet you that's exactly what happened. And the sad part is, I would not be surprised.
I don't care.
It's like that one Top Gear video where he's like, made by the Russians and improved by a bunch of Egyptians.
What you doing?
I'll get him.
Cloud cameo for no reason.
You settle it.
Cloud makes this required. Cloud makes this required cameo.
And so will Sephiroth make a cameo.
If I do.
Cameo, Sephiroth a cameo.
You know who I keep forgetting is in this game, Joel?
Who?
Okay, what's
And it's actually sad that I keep forgetting she's even in those Tifa's in this game.
That's right.
I keep forgetting she's even here, and I'm like, Nomura, that's shame on you. I should never forget that Tifa's in a game.
Makes you think darkness.
Because Tifa is best girl.
Is something wrong?
I think in the manga, Tifa even hits Sora and Leon even harder.
That sounds great.
No, she hits Leon hard. Good punch.
Like I said, that sounds great. I also find it weird that Aerith knows Cloud's here, but Tifa doesn't. That's an incredibly strange choice.
Listen, even if I go far away, I'll come back.
Do you mean it?
Yeah.
See?
George just watching it like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm sure there's some epic backstory behind any of
I
this.
have no idea what's going on. And now Cloud emotes.
Huh? No matter how far away you are.
George like, I think there's supposed to be a backstory here, but nobody's told me anything.
Right?
I suppose.
Oh, you know what's funny, Joel?
What?
Technically, Sora has no way of knowing that Aerith and Cloud knew each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's even stranger, because Sora never saw Cloud and Aerith interact in one.
He'll be fine.
So how the hell is he not surprised by this?
Somewhere.
Maybe there was a cutscene we missed.
Maybe, but I'm like, okay. Sora just seems so unfazed. He's like, oh, they look like anime too. Of course they know each other.
Sora's racist towards anime. Thinks just because you're an anime, you think,
It's so strange that it's incredibly strange. I also find it weird that Cloud's okay with Aerith knowing he's here, but not Tifa. The person who's very much tied to his past even more than Aerith is? Even though Aerith is tied to a big part of the whole thing between Sephiroth and Cloud that's never brought up in Kingdom Hearts because Aerith is alive. So I have no means of knowing what Nomura's trying to get at there. Master Riku. Oh, hey, Master Riku. Sora fought Cloud in the Coliseum in KH1. I know that. But how does Sora know Cloud knows Aerith?
At least in my version, Eric just says it.
Yeah. And I bet for people who had played Final Fantasy VII before KH1 were very weirded out when they got to 2. They're like, wait, what the hell's going on? Now, to be fair, the whole thing with Final Fantasy VII is the whole reason, one of the main reasons Cloud hates Sephiroth is because Sephiroth is the one who kills Aerith.
Oh, wow.
That's what makes 7 one of the most iconic Final Fantasies. Is that scene is one of the most remembered, where basically, Sephiroth just straight up stabs Aerith and kills her instantly.
Master Riku, probably with an off-screen conversation. That's my bet.
Probably.
Excuse me.
But that's part of the reasons Cloud hates Sephiroth so much. Well, that and also Sephiroth was responsible for the death of Cloud's mother and his entire town. Oh god, I forgot Yuna, Riku, and Pain were here.
Our leader, of course.
One voiced by Tara Strong.
Yeah.
Don't mind her, I assure you.
Yuna being here just confuses me so much.
Vigriff said something.
Vigriff says, which wouldn't have happened if the characters weren't acting like idiots. For Sephiroth, yeah, I'll give you that. Though, to be fair, it's hard to know exactly what information Sephiroth is privy to. Especially in 7, because we have no idea what he exactly knows before he basically goes off his rocker.
See, it says, you see Villain's Vale, where Maleficent used to reside.
Yeah.
Still makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
I'm still confused about the castles. Yeah, retcon.
Yes, that's retcon, yeah.
I like the manga's version better.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate these things.
I look forward to the day where they bring Barrett into Final Fantasy, into Kingdom Hearts. That will be hilarious.
Who?
Barrett, he's the other big Final Fantasy VII character.
Gotcha.
He's one of the only 2 that they have not added of the original cast. And he's one of the first characters you interact with in 7. He's a black guy with a gun embedded on his arm.
Oh wow.
Cusses up a storm, likes to shoot people up. It's great. He's great.
Sora would love him.
Yeah. Vigriff, the black guy with a gun for an arm. Yeah. Which is a shame too, because he has one of the best backstories in that game. It's actually pretty damn sad too. Oh, actually, no. There's no. I forgot to say this. No, there's a third person they have not brought in. We have not seen Vincent.
That's right.
They have yet to add Vincent. I'm surprised Nomura has yet to add Vincent. What's funny is that Cloud's KH1 look is they combine parts of Vincent's design with Cloud's.
Leon.
I forgot about Vincent. So, Joel.
Yeah?
No, I'm not even going to talk about Yuna right yet, because her being in this game is very hard to... Huh?
Master Riku said something.
Do what?
Master Riku said something.
Yeah. Master Riku, the enemies needed a base in KH1 and FF7 characters were kicked out of Hollow Bastion in KH1. Yep.
So you were talking about something, Cole? I interrupted you.
Like I said, I'm not even gonna try to talk about Yuna being in this game because within her context of the story, it makes no sense.
Gotcha.
You need Master Riku says, I wonder if Marlene will show up in KH3. If she were going to, you'd have to put the thing is you would have to put Barrett in because there's no point in putting Marlene in. D-Griff, actually they were kicked out before 1. Yeah. Yeah, they were definitely kicked out before 1. But I'm not even gonna try to talk about Yuna, Joel, because you know the original version of her. Or most of it.
Oh right.
From Final Fantasy X and also Riku. Not
Hang on a second.
Riku.
Second.
Did you save it though?
Sorry, I've got stuff with my food. I couldn't eat it all. I can't save it.
But
yeah, save. Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
But yeah, not Kingdom Hearts Riku. I mean Final Fantasy Riku. 2K Riku.
That's the problem with having 2 Rikus.
And Terra Strong Riku. How about that?
That's better. The Terra Strong voices. Imagine Terra Strong voice Riku. That'd be amazing.
That would be hilarious. But them being in this game is very weird, especially in the context of 10-2 really couldn't have happened because Tidus is a little kid here. Even though Orin's in this game, so would have had to. So yeah, it makes no sense. If I talk anymore, I'm just gonna spoil Final Fantasy X for Joel. So and we still need to finish that at some point.
Yeah, sorry. I still like 12 more.
Well, I know that.
That should be our next big Let's Play after this. Maybe for the next summer. Us going through Final Fantasy 12 together again.
That's gonna take a long time.
But it's so good. Oh, sorry if I get lost, by the way. I always forget where's what in this thing.
Well, I really love 10 too, for one of the many reasons, but...
That's why I love them.
Yeah, and we're just an obnoxious troll. Yeah, that's part of the reason I love them. I have a love-hate relationship with Nomura, so...
Nah, I love people like that. I love like, creators who are like that.
Well, I do too, but the thing is, Nomura's also annoying when it comes to even being an art-tour. He's an art-tour, except sometimes he isn't when he tries to be.
Well, Cole, I keep telling you, Cole, I keep telling, well, you're the one who always loved the art tours, Cole. Or that Connor. No, Connor really likes the art tours.
Yeah, Joel, believe me, you're not me. I'll tell you that right now, that ain't me.
You like good old-fashioned corporate committees, dang it. There you go, finally. I always get lost.
I would say Kingdom Hearts would improve if it was corporate committee.
To be fair, who knows who helped with the writing during this one, because now they got the Pixar people on their side, so it's like,
yeah,
we're gonna make sure you don't screw up our big baby, or our important babies here.
I guess this must be his room.
I especially want Joel to see what happens to Seymour at the end of 10, and Jack, of course.
Excuse me.
No bother, man.
Yeah, look at sore.
So you made it.
Leon!
Hang on, people, I need to re-invite Cole. Just a second. Ooh. I hope I'm still playing. Okay, good. I'm still playing, though. Good thing the broadcast is still going, folks, so... Just a minute. Cole's PS4 is kind of being douchey here. There we go. No, I think just your internet might have gone down. And by the way, we're still broadcasting.
Go down. Our internet definitely did not go down.
Okay, well, we're back, folks, and Vigor says this is where the series becomes needlessly convoluted.
See, it becomes convoluted needlessly. I can't go that far because once we hit coded and dreamed about distance, that's when we get into the needless category.
And maybe Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, and Birth by Sleep to some degree. As soon as time travel gets into the mix, that's when things start going out the door.
Exactly.
Master Rico. I'm curious if Tiana from Princess and the Frog might show up and gets her own world. Or at least get Louis the Alligator and be a summon him cater. Joel and I have talked about Princess and the Frog being in Kingdom Hearts 3 at some point.
It would work so well because Dr. Facilier controls shadows.
Yeah.
He would be like a perfect Heartless leader.
I will still say, Joel, Auron is still one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters.
Where's Kairi? Where's Riku?
Sora with computers is so strange.
Yeah, very strange.
Easy. You want to break it?
Sorry, guess I got a little carried away.
Wow!
Huh?
Alright, let's go up to HD. Hang on, people, I can't see exactly. There we go. I had to put it back up to HD settings.
Further misuse of this terminal will result in immediate defensive action.
Who's there?
Hey, I keep forgetting Stitches even in this game.
Oversee this system.
Where are you?
Donald!
Yeah, sure gets up, but Ratatouille is showing up, and both were centered around food for the area. Well,
Ratatouille's just a mini game, to be fair.
yeah, I am one. Ratatouille's Disney, right, Joel?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
Is it Pixar?
And we're about to go to probably the best world in the game.
Oh, you know, Mother. Yeah, yep. We're about to go to a really odd world to be implemented, but one of the best ones. Master Control Program, more like a mere chess piece.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun now that we played Tron. Or now that we both watched Tron together.
Yeah.
Space paranoids.
So the weird thing is that NCOM is mentioned, so NCOM would have had to have existed in the universe.
Do you think it existed in Hollow Bastion?
I don't know, but Ansem definitely was not the one who ran it. Ansem, it said a copy was created from the original, which was made by NCOM. Costa Rica, well, that was shocking. Yeah. I will say, when I first played through Space Paranoids, I was a bit annoyed having to play through it because I wanted to know what the hell was going on with Mickey.
I can see why, but now
So I
after
was trying
watching,
to get- but now coming back to it in a year,
Commander?
but now after coming back and watching through Tron and having played through it a couple times, I love this world.
it's the best incorporated.
Yep. Neger says not really, this is a copy of the original. Well, yeah. Yeah, this is a copy from NCOM. Also, I love how Sark is just straight from the movie.
Oh yeah, and the Master Control program.
I'm pretty sure it's his original voice actor too.
I think so.
Man,
At least I hope so.
what kind of world is this anyway?
And they definitely got the original voice actor for they got the original actor for Tron back.
Oh,
Thank
what
goodness.
A computer system for processing data. This system is a copy of one created by a corporation called NCOM. The original program was destroyed,
And there's Tron, people.
but this copy was acquired by another user. The new user updated and customized the programs, renaming the system Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, it's a copy of the corporation called NCOM. Yeah.
He used the system for
So yeah,
television
NCOM was
and
originally.
advance his private research.
So yeah, NCOM existed somewhere in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
I'm a security program, but now I'm under arrest. Same as
So
you.
after finding out what Mickey knew about everything, especially Ansem,
You know, maybe we should
finally I got to go back and appreciate this world in another light.
I'm sorry.
The only thing this world doesn't do that the original movie does is the whole religion allegory.
Which is sad.
That configuration
Yeah. But thankfully, the spin this world takes into the Kingdom Hearts universe is actually a good one.
You'd better get out of here quickly. Who knows what the MCP...
What it does work with is quite good.
MCP?
The Master Control...
I've been to ask, how is the grid in the realm of dreams when it should be accessible?
Controls the whole system. If you idle here, you
Yeah, I don't know.
So, how do we get out of here?
I have no idea. Which is also weird, because that also does mean Flynn existed at some point. So then we're even driving home further that Uncom really was a thing.
But the MCP cut the power 50 microcycles ago.
We really need to watch Tron Legacy, Joel.
Definitely.
Power it back up.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything for the rest of the night, we should watch that tonight.
I might be a little tired, but I could definitely do it tomorrow.
Let's do that. Let's do it tomorrow. I mean, data cannot dream. Well, wasn't it the whole thing of the original Blade Runner like do electric sheep dream or something like that? So I guess there was. Mr. Riku says, "Funny how Sora knows nothing about computers but drives a spaceship." Yeah.
To be fair, I always thought Donald did most of the driving.
Yeah. I do love the music here. It's so good.
Check who gets decided.
Also, the funny thing, Joel, is the original Tron movie is not that sad. It's not sad at all. It's actually a really happy ending. But the ending for the Tron world here is actually sad.
Yeah.
And actually rather earned.
You think it's better than the movie?
I wouldn't say that, but I think, well, to say which is better, it's like comparing two different things. Tron was a very weird thing for its time, and putting it here is a very weird thing. Both are very different versions, but both compelling versions at the same time.
Ooh, yes, air combat boost. Good one.
Yeah. Especially when Tron just basically gives himself to save the system, and he hugs Sora and then before leaving, like, it's really heartfelt.
Yeah,
and I also love it that he's the one who gets people to realize that Hollow Bastion wasn't always Hollow Bastion, it was once called Radiant Garden.
What about a logic probe?
I love that.
All your processing power.
Yeah.
Out of the question. The current environment hampers the processing.
Oh yeah, here's where they talk about here's where the term derez comes from, or well, not comes from here, but you know what I mean.
Anomalies in the system, or else. End of line.
We definitely need to have seen Tron Legacy before we get to Dream Drop Distance, Joel.
Definitely, we'll do that.
I keep forgetting Olivia Wilde is in Tron Legacy.
I can't believe they cut out the female character in Tron, and they cut out a few characters actually. Sadly,
they cut out quite a few good characters.
Yeah.
Though to be fair, they also cut out Flynn.
But Thor's kind of.
Yes, Thor takes on the Flynn role of this game. But what's weird is that Flynn exists in the grid. In Dream Drop Distance, so that's a little strange.
Maybe because the grid we go to is the original copy, while this is the original.
You know what would be funny, Joel?
Yeah.
If Ansem the Wise knew Tron's user.
I wouldn't put it past him.
That would actually be kind of cool.
I could tie that into Ford.
Like maybe they were once good friends or something. Or hell, maybe make Ansem one of the shareholders for Encom. That would have been funny.
I can understand why he was cut out. When he was cut out, considering the user. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, the whole user idea is a little different in this game as it is opposed to Tron.
Yeah.
The users here are treated a lot differently than they are in Tron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the female character's not even here. I forget what her name is.
That's what I said.
Yeah, she's out. The sad part is she's not even in Legacy.
Oops.
Eager says how so. And in terms of the users in Tron, users are kind of considered to be the gods of that world. That's where the whole religious allegory comes from. Whereas here, they are kind of... They're basically... The whole thing Tron's going for here is that he says he hates his user too. Because of what he did to the system. So, in that way, they're kind of considered the outsiders, the devil, the people that kind of screw things over. So in that way, they're the opposite of what they were in Tron.
I like it's sort of a bit more of a balance. You got users, then you got users like Sora who are the good, and you got users like Xehanort who are evil.
Yeah. Redo match. I thought Donald drove to till the cutscene at the end of Point 8 when they finished talking about Aqua and Sora returned to aliens and Sarah and the trio had a yeah. Oh yeah, Sora does drive there. I forgot about that. I forget the woman. The woman's not even in Legacy. I don't think she is anyway. You know what's also weird, Joel?
What?
We, Lo, by the way, Lo, if you ever see this, thank you for, letting me know this. We don't see, Flynn's wife in Legacy. She's never mentioned. She's mentioned, but we never see her.
That's right. Okay, well, here you go.
And no, he did not marry the woman from the original movie. Eager says she isn't, yeah. But we never see her, sadly.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, I got lost. Gotta go back.
She's kind of, you know who I also keep forgetting is the main character of Legacy, Joel?
Who?
Garrett Hedlund's in it, and he's the main character.
Oh, that's awesome.
I keep forgetting that they took Captain Hook from Pan, and he's much better in Legacy, mind you. A lot better. I love Garrett Hedlund, don't get me wrong. But in... Oh god, in Pan, he overcooks it so much.
Oy.
He completely overcooks it.
So we go back to the I forget what we do again, Cole.
Yeah, you gotta go back to the world. You gotta hit the computer.
That's right. We see Mickey first.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you want us to do?
Wait, Joel, is this where we see Xemnas talk with Aqua? We see it at some point in the Hollowed Bastion, I'm pretty sure.
It's later. It's when you go. It's before the battle with Thousand Heartless.
Neger says you'll love Zeus. Oh yeah, I forgot about Zeus. Yeah, Michael Sheen plays him. I forgot about that.
That sounds amazing.
I forgot about Michael Sheen. Yeah, he's in that. He's the one I thought that was Jared Leto, but no, it was Michael Sheen, which is a lot better, thankfully. Yeah, he's great.
Then I'll be able to put this system back the way it was.
Michael Sheen is so over the top, but it's great.
The way it was supposed to be. A free system for you.
He is so good. Olivia Wilde's in it.
Do you know who it was who made it?
Oh, Joel, remember the orange version of Flynn from Tron at the beginning, Clue, in the little tank?
Yeah.
What's his name?
They bring him back for Legacy. You'll find out how.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's a big part of Legacy too.
Oh wow.
He's a major part of Legacy.
Isn't he supposed to be the villain?
Yes, he's the villain.
I thought so. I remember like there was supposed to be like a young Flynn who's like the bad guy.
Yeah, they CGI him to look like young Jeff Bridges.
That's a weird choice for a villain, but okay.
Yeah, it's very strange, and oddly enough, I don't mind it as much as most people do. Yeah, though I do like Clue. You know what's funny, Joel? The entire thing about Legacy is about perfection. The movie is about perfection.
Perfection. But the lighting's weird again.
Beaker says, I don't mind it either. In fact, it's rather fitting. Yeah, indeed. And of course, Wayne Bradley, who is Tron's original persona, is also in that movie. He's not in it for very long, but he's in it. Well, and also, of course, because he plays Tron. Yeah, I bet Leon wasn't expecting this.
Yeah. Oh, you might be behind.
Like, yeah, we talked to computer programs. This is a wild goose chase. There's Tifa. Oh, I forgot. I talked over the whole part of the whole spiky hair joke.
Yes, you did.
Damn it! I forgot about that. I love that joke. Man, I love that joke so much. You see the guy with spiky hair and he just pulls his hair and sort of just pulls his hair.
We'll be doing a lot more spiky hair jokes, it seems, in Kingdom Hearts 3, thankfully.
Oh, yeah. You know what I think I like? Okay, I can't believe I'm going to bring this up. To anyone who has seen Final Fantasy VII, they really watered down Tifa's bust size here.
Oh, my.
Like, really watered it down. And anyone who's seen it, you know you can't disagree with me. Wouldn't have been bad if Tifa just accidentally shattered that whole wall.
Yeah.
Which is funny because she could.
What's up?
Now to be fair, they watered down her bust size from 7 to Advent Children's. I'll give you that too, but.
See? The door to darkness.
Hello, Brian and MJ Alvin. Hello. Tiger says, I've seen Advent Children, I have to agree. Yeah.
Still needs the password.
No, I get why they did it. It's a Disney game. We can't have it be too overly sexual. I get that. We gotta square down that chest size. I get it. They would have had even more of a hell of a time if they brought her original 7. Hey, Nikki!
Yay! Big hugs. Big.
Long time no see.
I mean, they would have had even more of a hell of a time if they used Tifa's original 7 model. They would have had a hell of a time with that. I need to send you a picture of her original 7 look, Joel, and you can tell me how you think they would have tried to have incorporated that.
Sword being unsure what's going on in his nether regions?
Well, yeah. No, I mean how Disney would have incorporated that, because what you see here is a way more conservative version of Tifa.
Joy.
Beaker, thanks. Yeah. I love how Leon just smiles.
With that password, we can get access to Ansem's research.
And Mickey's the smart one.
Thank Kevin's.
You might be able to find out where he is.
I love how Mickey is kind of the words of wisdom in this game.
You know that.
That's really why his and Riku's relationship works.
What?
That's really how his and Riku's relationship works so well.
Isn't Tron waiting for you guys?
He's like another Yoda.
Well, I think I said in Chain of Memories. Oh, Mickey's like, got some explaining to do. But, I think I've said this in Chain of Memories. I think the reason Riku and Mickey work so well together, because in a lot of ways, Mickey is what Riku wishes he could be.
Mm-hmm.
He's the person he wishes Mickey is the person he aspires to be. And Mickey is the one who learns from Riku. So they kind of fulfill a role for each other. A role that you wouldn't think would be there.
Ooh, I got
here's
master.
where you get master form, Joel. Yeah, you get master form.
Ooh, I got a lot of training to do. After this.
Oh yeah. Oh indeed, Joel.
Oh, I can't go by the.
Especially because now that you have limit and master, you can now you can double your drive form limit. Also, Joel, keep in mind you can train your other drive forms too.
Oh boy.
When you get another form, you can train with them a bit more. Whenever you get a new form, that's when you can upgrade your other forms again.
I forget, Cole. How far did we want to go for this Hollow Bastion?
We should probably try to get through at least Tron's world.
Good idea.
Now, and we should probably get through the whole Ansem the Wise explanation.
So, do you mean the actual flashback cutscene or the? Because that just leads
where we learned that the one we fought in KH1 wasn't actually Ansem.
Okay. Spoiler.
Well, yeah. Well, if you didn't know that, y'all should have been spoiled about that long ago because Joel and I brought that up so much. Brian and MJ, Alvin, why does Sora look different only in KH2 and 3? Because reasons.
Well, because technically he's older in those games, while in the other games they use his younger form.
Welcome to the game grid.
Game grid?
Riku makes his explanation. Yeah, Digger says it's not exactly Sora spoiler considering it's common knowledge. Well, common knowledge among most fans, yeah, but. I realized, Joel, they don't go the original light cycle route, with the thing flying at it, where if you run into it, you get obliterated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but it is. But this is a fun minigame.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
Master Riku, tech of the time. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I forget. Okay. I forget, is it R1 or do I use my R there we go. Shit.
Square is guard. R1 I think is that big attack. Try it.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. R2 I think, I forget. I would recommend using the powerful attack, Jolt. There you go. And Brian MJ on, but it says he's 15 in the other games. Technically, that's not correct. He's 15 here, but he's much older in Dream Drop Distance and F3. He's at least 17 in 3.
I heard he was 18 by now.
I think he might. Yeah, he might be 18.
I know.
We don't know how many years has taken place between 2 and 3, so.
I don't even know how many days take place in 1. I would like to say a few months have passed.
Yeah, oh, we know 1 year has passed between Chain of Memories and 2. That's why Sora's grown so much.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy now.
Is this the little boy from Destiny Island? Who wanted to share some papu fruit with a girl?
Because like we said, the power of boners is stronger.
Exactly.
I will say this, I know a lot of people hate CinemaSins, but some of their videos, I can't help it, some of their videos are hilarious. Especially for really bad movies.
I'm not having a good. There we go. Dang, Heartless.
Like their Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull review is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Sora's in love, yes he is. He says I like CinemaSins. I do too. The thing I think people need to realize with CinemaSins is a lot of it is, for most part, satire. And actually, a lot of some of their favorite films have been ones they've sinned, which is also rather interesting. I get why people had issues with them, but I enjoy them. Bear in mind, I enjoy them for what they are.
I don't understand. Why are you here?
We came to give you the password.
Why didn't you just...
Joel, you know what's funny?
What?
You tweeted me something about a couple weeks ago after the whole our rewatch of episode 2, and you said, I feel like and the person said, I feel like when people say Padme and Anakin have no chemistry is bullshit, because it's the entire thing of, it's like the whole thing of, it's like when people realize they don't like each other but they just really want to sleep together.
Ooh, let's see, I can get that. Okay.
And I'm like, that's it. I'm like, that's it. That's exactly it.
I upgrade my Keyblade. Let's see if we can upgrade my ability. Nope, I'm good. See if there are any items to use. Nope, they're not. Okay, let's go. Dope.
Why is Kyrie so weird? Define weird.
Alright, in love with you.
Joel, you're not helping with the people thinking we're not on drugs.
Ah, so in love. It's a good song.
Joel, what's your whole thing of Indiana Jones surviving the nuclear blast because he was in a refrigerator?
Not as weird as anything else that happened to Indiana Jones, so makes sense to me.
I think it's hilarious, but to be fair, I like that movie more than most. It's not good, but I enjoy it.
I upgrade, by the way, Circle of Life.
Good.
There's more magic I can use.
Yeah.
So I completely rearranged the Keyblade deck.
I also love that CinemaSins video when Indiana says, when they are asking what the answer, he's like, big damn ants, and then CinemaSins and goes, big damn ants. So good.
Well, there were some big dang ants, Cole. Big dang ants.
They were big damn ants. Master Riku Jr. Do what now?
Junior. Henry Jones Junior. What is this Junior?
Oh, I forgot about that. Junior.
We named the dog Indiana.
I love that. Junior? Yes, sir. Junior. Well, what are you doing here?
In K2, Riku is on crack. Okay. He's on that darkness.
Hey, sometimes we all high on that darkness. And before people say, no, Joel and I are not high. At least not right now.
I don't know, I'm kinda... I'm just gonna sit.
Look, I ain't ratting my dealer out, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then again, this is the same live stream series where we talked about Mel Gibson and we talked about white people, so you know.
Yep. Alright.
Kyrie is too. Speaking of them being on crack, I remember back in the day people making Kingdom Hearts on crack videos that were hysterical.
I'm waiting for a good Kingdom Hearts Abridged series.
Well, you should watch some of the parodies people have made of Kingdom Hearts, Joel. Some of them are hilarious.
Sorry, I kind of forgot what I had to do for a few seconds. I don't remember.
The one where there's a video where they parody Sora and he's trying to call like the Furby hotline to talk about a defective Furby that he has.
Sure,
because the Furby is spitting out, and the Furby is Donald, and the Furby is spitting out all kinds of profanity.
Well, fun fact, in the manga, Donald swears quite a bit.
I need to send you that video, Joel. It's hysterical. So is Roxas. Oh, Joel, you know what people love to parody with Roxas?
Anything with Jesse McCarthy songs?
Yes, they do the Beautiful Soul song. They have him with a Beautiful Soul song every damn time.
That's great. Yes, warning. There you go.
You know, I'm surprised that we have Sora sing, but we have yet to get Jesse McCartney to sing a song in Kingdom Hearts. Why is that, Joel?
I don't know. He'd be
like,
good
come on,
at
people.
it.
We can... Like, come on, we could totally do it. Rocket says that's why he doesn't smile. When it comes to scorpions, the bigger the better. If a small one stings you, don't keep it to yourself. Yeah. There's a lot of good quotes from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
If that darkness doesn't come rocking, don't come a knocking.
I don't even want to know how you figure that out, Joel, but anyway. Also, when they have to get Indy out of the pit with the snake, that was funny.
What's this? An emergency destruct program for the town.
Why would the town have emergency destruct program?
Maybe Xehanort really got fucked up. Maybe he really wanted to get some hearts.
Let's like have a thing that destroys the town in case of like emergencies. Whoa.
That's almost as bad as the whole Batman. That's almost as worse as the Batman and Robin, the Batman Forever thing, where they go, "And true alert, here's the car, so you can come and steal it." In case enemy forces, Joel, I cannot believe I'm about to make this, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
What?
I think Xehanort was trying to teach the people to take a cyanide pill.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think at a point Xehanort was probably thinking, he pulled the cyanide pill out, he's like, "That's it, I'm standing now."
Oh, I'm sure that's racist, but okay.
That's the whole Nazi thing, Joel, remember?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Remember?
Oh, okay, so we're making fun
I
of
didn't realize that until recently, that the Nazis were trained if they got caught to take a cyanide pill and kill themselves.
Well, that's how Hydra did it.
Is that how Hydra did? Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. And technically Zemo did kill one of the Hydra members because he wasn't going to give her anything.
I forget, do we go this way or do we go the opposite way? I forget which way we go.
You go the opposite way. You don't go to the red, Joel.
Don't go to the red? Go to the red or go to the red?
Don't go to the red. Don't go to the red.
Don't go to the red. Okay. That was going the right way then.
Joel, what was the whole thing about apparently Nazis wanting to build a glider to escape? Was that Hitler?
Oh, I'm sure there were a bunch of weird things called during the last days of the Second World War.
But maybe that's what I'm not kidding. Maybe that's what Xehanort was wanting to do. He was training to kill every one of his inhabitants just so he'd have his bases covered.
I mean,
so basically, yeah, cyanide pill.
Oop, let me save.
As bad as that sounds, that's kind of what it sounds like, unfortunately. And I can't believe Disney did that. Then again, Disney's done worse things.
Ooh, let's not go there. What do you think? Oh.
So Joel's like, yeah, let's not go there.
I'm sure you're right, Vic. It probably was just in case enemy forces took over the town.
Yeah, yeah. Probably was.
Yeah.
I can buy Ansem doing that, though I imagine Xehanort probably kept it in place for other reasons.
Hang on. Got a message.
Everything alright?
Yeah.
Oh. Hang on a minute. Oh.
There we go. Alright. We continue. Alrighty. Are we in the right place? I think we are.
I don't know, you're still on the save stream at my part. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you're in the right place. Now you just gotta walk out.
Ooh, a belt. I got a belt. Hang on. Let's see. Nope. Right. Seems like good. Hang on, sorry.
You know what's worse, Joel? I've seen some really bad Nazi memes out there.
Well, I'm gonna get comments on this video, aren't I?
And I'm not. Now, to be fair, I'm not talking about making fun of Nazis. I mean, have at that all you want. I mean, people talking about not using Nazis as in a different context than that. Like anyone who's watching the stream, if there was a Minecraft thing a while back. not even, actually probably this year, where some guy on Minecraft with his Polish friend decided to rebuild Auschwitz in his Minecraft server.
Oh boy.
And I thought to myself, I'm like, I don't know how to respond to that.
Nathan Snyder just saw the movie hashtag Sorry to Bother You. Which one's that one?
Good, he made a good choice.
He said, I think I like it, but I need to think over it. Hi, Nathan.
Eagers, that's disgusting, yeah.
Exactly. Bad taste.
Yep. A lot of really bad... I always hate when I see those kinds of memes out there, because I'm like, I'm all for dark humor, but there's a time and place for that kind of crap. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Joel, you and I have said some pretty dark stuff in the past, but we try to be pretty... Oh, Master Ricky says, the Nazis made a plane that could reach the East Coast, and it was test flown. Thankfully, D-Day stopped them from progressing further. Oh, okay. Actually, I feel like you should be able to... Wasn't World War II a big study point for you, Joel?
Oh yeah, I love that era.
That's what I thought. Actually, I thought you were more of a Churchill person.
No, not really. Yep, I don't know why I put it on Master Form, but oh well. Valor Form, oh well. I guess I'm loving it.
Could be worse.
No, I put it on Valor Form, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, fine. Get through this sooner. Hang on,
you know what I don't think I've seen, Joel?
Hey, what?
And this is the type of meme, maybe there are memes like this, but I don't even want to go looking for them. I have not seen many 9/11 memes, and I'm glad.
Yes, be glad, Cole, be very glad. Because they're out there, and it's not good.
Yeah, thankfully I have not come across those. But but what's worse to me is I see more regarding Nazi Germany and the Holocaust. But I don't see it on 9/11. Now that's probably a whole discussion for another time. I just find that really strange.
Be glad, Cole, just be glad.
Yep. Master Riku says, I'm seeing red. What do you mean, Master Riku?
Probably the Valor Form.
Actually, Joel, now that I think about it, cyanide pills are kind of a thing used in James Bond. That's kind of a for any of you who have seen Skyfall. Part of the reason Javier Bardem's character goes crazy is because he tries to kill himself with a cyanide pill when he gets captured, but instead of killing him, it deforms him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Listen, Tron. We didn't get the password from Ansem.
What you were gonna say when I said that, Joel?
Sort of found it.
I forgot.
About the cyanide pill, I think.
I mean, that's a classic spy trope.
Ansem,
is it?
He was our enemy. I mean, he still is.
Yeah.
Maybe I just haven't seen a lot of spy movies. Master Riku, the Valor Form familiar, yeah.
We're trying to talk about Ansem.
Yep.
Ansem took Encom's original system
and he said, actually, he's mine. Well, actually, he's my enemy too.
I was part of the original system, and Ansem modified me too. So that makes him my user. But Ansem is also the one who brought back the MCP.
Oh, okay. So Ansem modified the original system. So Encom existed in holodeck.
Who knows?
You alright, Joel?
Yeah, I'm just tired. A little tired.
Okay.
You have the ability to take illogical routes and still arrive at the answers you seek.
Yeah.
Now go before the MCP starts acting up again.
Alright, let's go. Exposition time.
Any data you need from the DTD can be accessed directly through my user's terminal. I'll keep a dedicated access channel open for you. I changed the password, so you won't have to worry about the MCP for a while.
Access channel?
I knew you'd ask.
You know, Joel, I will say I'm glad Indiana Jones films exist because we have those films that are filled with just enemy punching Nazis out. That's fun.
I wish Kingdom Hearts do indie.
My friends are the new.
Are you kidding me? I would love to see Kingdom Hearts and Indiana Jones together.
Thanks, Tron. Take care.
Nazi Heartless.
You too, and give my best to the users.
That could actually, sadly. Master Ricky says, I think the Ansem imposter brought back the MCP. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So Xehanort did it.
Yeah. Sounds like something Xehanort would do. Exactly, Vigor.
Look.
Tron, hang in there.
So.
Oh, I like that when you see the little 9-bit versions of Donald, Sora, and Goofy. It's great.
Sora, Donald,
So
and Goofy.
The king's checking the situation in town. He'll be back soon, so don't.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do, Joel?
What?
And we haven't been doing it since 2 started.
What?
Sora, Donald, Goofy, take a shot.
Take a shot.
Goofy.
Take a shot.
That's to the point.
Well,
Oh yeah, take a shot.
Did it.
The quickest way to die is to do the Sora, Donald, Goofy drinking game.
Town.
Yeah, you will die of alcohol
you're
poisoning
not gonna check out the
when you reach
data?
the second
It
game.
wasn't exactly easy to get.
I'm coming right back. Hey, Sora. Why don't you get started unloading the data and copying it down?
Why can't? Here's a better question. Why
Just a
can't
few
Leon
keys.
let Sora and them go into the town?
Because he's the Keyblade Master and he's got a Keyblade and I don't know. That's safe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can save right yet until. No, you can.
Hey, these things take
Vigriff
time,
says
okay?
the most logical thing. Why trust the one who doesn't know how to work a computer? Exactly, Vigriff.
Whoa, it's doing something.
Well, Leon
That's
was,
what he says.
well, Leon has never been known to make smarter decisions always.
Riku and Kairi.
True. Hey, Master Riku, Hainer, Pensanola. Yeah.
At least it's only at the beginning.
Even Ansem.
Yeah. Even though 3 may come back with that.
What you doing?
I don't know what the hell Sora thought Ansem's computer would have told him.
Them nobodies.
I also love how Sora says stupid computer. Oh, speaking of which, Joel, this scene where Sora says stupid computer, people love to parody this.
Why?
How about the organization?
Because instead of it showing Ansem, they show like really disgusting pictures, sometimes blurred out porn images, sometimes blurred out images. It's hysterical.
Who's this guy?
Show me. You gotta share me
You
one.
got things working.
I'll have if I can find if it's still even up.
Vigriff Exhibit A.
The computer should tell us
Sora
everything we
mad.
need to
Sora
know.
punch computer.
But it keeps on
Yeah.
saying the data inside's all kerscuffle.
All we got is a picture of some guy we don't know.
They treat Mickey's name here like it's almost too holy to say.
Lies.
I like it in the first one.
Come on, are you teasing us again?
Did you forget what
Yeah, I do like it in the first one where they just call him the king instead of Mickey.
Of course I do, and this is him. I'm positive.
Excuse me, could you come this way, please?
Did you forget what Ansem looked like?
Thou shalt not touchest the king in such a manner.
Look, this is Ansem.
I love the way Sora
You know,
man
the
handles
guy we all
Mickey
worked
here.
really hard to defeat.
Oh,
He just
that's
drags
right.
him to the next
I
room. That's
never finished
hilarious.
explaining.
And here comes retcon time.
Picture
The
is
biggest
definitely
retcon of them all.
Kingdom Hearts.
The one that will lead into pretty much the rest of the series.
What you actually thought was his Heartless. You see, he wasn't really.
How did you feel about this retcon, Cole, when you first saw it?
That he was.
It was incredibly weird.
You mean...
It's weird that I played this game first before playing Kingdom Hearts 1, so I kind of didn't have any of...
Yeah, it's when I first played this and I heard he wasn't what his Heartless, and Mickey says he just went around telling everyone he was. I'm like, whoa, wait. I was kind of like Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Vigors left a comment.
Vigor says, and it only goes downhill from here. Yep, pretty much. Some ups and then a lot of downs, but you know.
Master Xehanort being an up.
Yeah.
Ansem the Wise should know all about Organization 13's plans.
Here's a question I have, Joel. Why would Ansem, now maybe Xehanort added this, but why would Ansem have a front, like this kind of picture of Xehanort?
You know, I came close to
I thought Xehanort would make it once he took over the town. I think he had a good couple
I have
years.
to believe it, because then I have a weird, because then I feel like, okay, Ansem, you and, yeah, I don't even want to think about that.
Some feller named Ansem who wasn't really Ansem.
Don't tell me there's more. I'm lost enough as it is. Beaker says, I wasn't too bothered at first, but this retcon, it just keeps happening. It just kept happening. Yeah.
Yep. And that nobody is the leader of the organization.
Well, the thing with Birth by Sleep wasn't really a retcon so much as it was just adding on to a person we had no idea who the hell he was. Because even in the context of 2, we still don't really know who Xehanort is.
Did you meet this guy?
They definitely hinted him there's something more to him than meets the eye.
Exactly. Gotta go see you later. See ya, Master Riku.
Bye-bye, Master Riku.
The real Ansem must know the imposter's true identity. That's why
Oh, here comes a big hint that will go through the rest of the game.
You started all
The whole Riku, what Mickey says about Riku, or was going to say.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Your Majesty, do you know where Riku is?
And I love how Mickey reacts here.
Please. I'm sorry. I can't help.
Really,
I love how he
Majesty?
starts to say he's...
Are you sure?
And Mickey, he says, I'm sorry, I can't help.
What about Kyrie? Organization 13.
And it's not that Mickey doesn't want... it's not that Mickey doesn't want to tell Sora, he's simply honoring a promise to a friend.
Sora, Donald, Goofy.
Take a shot.
I was planning to go
You know?
help from
Yeah.
Wise, but
He's simply trying to honor his promise to Riku, because Riku's the one who told him not to tell Sora.
helping others should always come
Thanks for being helpful, Your
before
Majesty, yeah.
asking others for help.
Which is funny, because when you get to the world that never was, Mickey accidentally lets it slip that Riku is still up and moving, and is still alive somewhere, he just doesn't. But he doesn't tell him exactly what happened to what Riku's state currently is.
Outside.
Jesse K's here. What's up, guys? What's up, Jesse K?
Sup? Should we keep
You wanna
going?
go a little more, Joel?
Sure.
Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going a little more.
Keep going.
Let's see if I can get through. Let's see if I can get through this world. Why not, right?
Yeah, why not? I feel energized all of a sudden.
Yeah, especially now we gotta because remember Battle of 1,000 Heartless Demix. Oh God, Vigor, if you had to bring up the dancers, I have nightmares of those things from the Cavern of Remembrance. Jessica, Mickey Death, the ultimate bad guy.
What if that's what happens in Kingdom Hearts 3? Mickey gets Norded.
I think I said that to you in one of the live streams. That would be terrible, but kind of sad. I'd actually kind of like to see that.
I don't think Disney would let that happen to their...
I doubt that. I agree. I doubt that Disney would let that happen. Though I do feel like a lot of this could have been avoided if Mickey had just let loose what happened to Riku.
I mean, a lot of this could have been avoided with good communication.
Though to be fair, I buy it more from Mickey's side.
Hey, look, Maleficent's back.
Yep. Because Mickey is simply just trying to keep a promise he made. That's all he's trying to do.
You know, my fanfic, I make this way more dramatic. Like, this is all part of Maleficent's plan. Like, she thinks she's gonna have her big comeback.
Vega says, I hate the poor communication in this series. Yeah.
Heartless, leave the white ones. Turn your attention to Sora and
Polymorph's
his
like,
friends.
whatever. She's like, annoyances.
Dang it, I could have upgraded Keyblade. Maybe not. I don't know.
Nah, no need to. Oh, you got what's a Photon debugger, it's not that good.
Gotcha. Hope is
These and Heartless actually attacked each other here. Forget. No, it's not. Oh, okay. Hang on. The stream's kept going again.
Hooray!
Okay, hey, let me check the voice real quick. Hooray! Okay, yeah, we're fine. It's just our connection. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, good.
You know, Riku in pain again. Oh, I forget, Joel. Right when you leave the castle, this is where you see the Cavern of Remembrance for the first time.
I guess
That's
you
cool.
picked the wrong side.
Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Joel, I'm gonna jump out of the party and I'm gonna jump back on.
Alright.
Hang on.
Hey, if you're looking to pick sides, why don't you pick...
Sorry. Sorry, folks. Probably should have paused the game.
I'm back.
Oh, good.
You're better. Keep going.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Perfect.
Come on.
And they've...
Who are you?
Oh, we're nothing worth mentioning.
Okay, Joel, I think your internet's dying on you because there is clearly a thing that says internet connection quality is not currently not sufficient to share broadcast gameplay.
We should probably end this. This is probably our signal to stop.
Yeah, probably. I think Time and Space is saying your internet sucks. Get off.
Well, folks. First we got hey Vigor.
Hey, Digger. Sorry about that. Sorry, we had to start up this technical issues.
Well, we'll finish. Well, we got to get through some of these cutscenes first.
Yeah, and yeah, Sephiroth's cameo.
Yeah, that's a good way to end it with the Sephiroth cameo. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Cameo. Obligatory cameo.
With a much better voice actor.
Pointless.
I agree with you, Vigor. Very much pointless.
Pointless cameo. You do not contribute to the story at all.
Did Cloud tell you that?
Cameo.
You must understand now.
Just what are you gonna do to him?
Nothing. Cloud is the one who hungers for
I don't even think Sephiroth emotes here, and that's actually rather strange.
No, he does later.
I see.
No, he doesn't. Cloud does, but Sephiroth doesn't.
Think he'll have another pointless cameo in the next movie?
You mean the next game? Probably. Well, that's the weird thing. We haven't seen any Final Fantasy characters in 3 so far.
The last bit of light is always the hardest to snuff out.
Nomura even talked about it in an interview, whereas he really doesn't add them anymore because he really doesn't need them anymore. He originally added the Final Fantasy characters to kind of get an audience to come together with the Disney, to kind of get an audience started. Now that Kingdom Hearts has its own identity, he doesn't feel as on point to have them in. They'll still be in there, just nowhere near as many. And there's a Cavern of Remembrance.
Well, I'll save, and then I think we'll call this quits for tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to because the live stream's really screwing up on us.
So next time, Battle of 1,000 Heartless. What?
Joe, you're gonna have to end it. I can barely hear you.
Well, we gotta go, folks. If you can't hear me, then I can't hear anything. Well, see you later, folks. Bye-bye.